It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Wednesday. It's February 5th, and it's the rainy day in the forecast. We are waking up with light rain and drizzle on the radar this morning, and I think you can expect it for most of the daylight hours. We've got very low clouds out there today, a frontal boundary draped across our region, and the result will be rainy conditions, just not too nice out across the Ozarks today. We will also have a big range in temperatures, though. And as we wake up this morning, numbers are looking mild, but it feels worse than that. We've got numbers in the mid 40s, warming to the upper 50s here in Springfield. Even warmer weather, 60s in the forecast down in our southern counties, but a big range in numbers because 40s are expected in central Missouri. I don't have very nice conditions in the forecast today, but the temperature pattern here is at least pretty mild. Grab the rain gear if you're heading out the door right now. I expect that you'll need it most of the afternoon. It's not going to rain all day long everywhere, but I think we'll have rain on the radar somewhere in the Ozarks all day. There's a frontal boundary that is well to our south, and I'm expecting that this is going to kind of waffle back and forth a little bit, not just today, but for the next couple of days in the Ozarks. And there's some much colder air up in the Ohio River Valley. So for those folks, they're seeing winter weather. We're the warm sector of this storm system, so we are going to see the rainfall for us here in the Ozarks. At least we're not dealing with the wintry precip. Most showers are going to stay light in nature through the day. I think any thunder that occurs will be very limited. A better chance for some of the accumulating rain showers, though, happening in our far northeastern counties. That's where I'm expecting under a half inch of rain, but still enough to make it muddy again across the region. There won't be too much in the rain gauge any one place. I think we'll be able to hold all of this because it is going to come at a rather slow pace. Highest totals, though, today are expected up in central Missouri, and I'm expecting that that's where we see conditions get anywhere from a half inch, maybe 3/4 in places that get the most. We'll probably get somewhere around 1/4 of an inch here in Springfield, and then amounts look lighter in some of our southern counties. I don't expect much, maybe 1/10 of an inch in the rain gauge for our far southern counties. We're talking Branson, West Plains, all the way down into northern Arkansas, Harrison. And I'm expecting that we stay just rather dry in those southern counties, but drizzle is what's in the forecast there. A large spread in temperatures, not just today, we'll see the range in numbers, but I think for the rest of the week, we're going to see our cooler conditions up in central Missouri, highs typically staying in the 40s in our northern counties. In the Springfield area, we'll probably be in the 50s over the next couple of days, but 60s are expected down south. Now, these numbers might not seem warm, especially in comparison to the nice warm weather that we had to start the work week, but this is actually not bad compared to what's coming. Have to mention the long range forecast, and it's for much cooler than average temperatures once again. The outlook for next week, February 11th through 17th, looking like below normal temperatures will arrive in much of the country again. So we are not done with winter just yet. I told you Monday was probably just false spring in the Ozarks, and that is indeed looking to be the case, with cold air expected to return next week. Around the country, what's making headlines? Well, it's part of our same storm system that's bringing light snowfall, sleet, and even some freezing rain to parts of the Ohio River Valley and the mid-Atlantic. That's happening by tomorrow. We also have record highs occurring for many of the southern states across the United States. Numbers hot down south, and some record high temperatures could fall, with numbers expected to make it to the upper 70s for our friends down south. Doesn't that sound nice? Good for them. All right, here's a look at the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question. The question that I left you with yesterday has to do with our friend Punxsutawney Phil. Legend has it that Punxsutawney Phil is immortal. So, what is the average lifespan of a normal groundhog? The options that I gave you were A, 4 years, B, 7 years, C, 10 years, or D, 15 years. And did you know that it's actually only A, 4 years, and that may be generous? The average lifespan of a groundhog in the wild is only 3 to 6 years, but they can live up to 10 years or more in captivity. In the wild, groundhogs typically only live the 3 to 6 years, average lifespan 2 to 3 years. Factors that can affect their lifespan include predators, disease, and hunting. In captivity, they do quite well, and Punxsutawney Phil has been reported to be about 14 years old. This is because they are protected from predators and other threats when they are raised in captivity, also fed a more healthy diet. They are herbivores. They eat vegetation, greens, plants, fruits, and well, we just want to keep them living a little bit longer. I don't think I've seen a groundhog in the wild, though, so they must be pretty good at hiding. But 4 years is the proper answer. Congrats if that was your guess. Here's another animal question for you. How do snow monkeys stay warm in the winter? Do you think it's A, by huddling together at all hours? B, by soaking in natural hot springs? C, by wearing the fur of other animals? Or D, by burrowing underground? Snow monkeys. How do you think they stay warm? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thank you so much to our sponsors of Around the Ozarks, Wake Up Weather, Taylor Grubaugh, Chevrolet, Command Family Medicine, and John's Heating and Air. And thank you for listening to the podcast this morning. Find a way to stay dry today. Grab the rain gear. I think it's going to be light in nature all day long. Drier air returns to the Ozarks tomorrow.